So,
oh, the soundboard is out.
Yeah, it's being resurrected.
it's like such a clean table.
Yeah.
Clean cast. Clean gas. Clean ass.
No liquor.
Wow.
Sobercast.
Sober cast. Clean cast. We're going clean.
No swearing. No derogatory terms.
Clean music.
Blame it on the alcohol.
No cussing.
Justin Bieber only.
We're now checking news.
What do you guys have on the list? Have on the menu? Let me know, Booth. Let me know, Booth. What content
Nothing.
you guys have? All right, so let me check the news real quick. Nothing. All right.
Live cast.
We don't care about you.
Yeah,
guys.
there's this. You know what's crazy? We dropped the intro. Are you doing it? What's up?
Good, good.
Okay. Yo, cut this part out because we're done. No, I'm just joking.
I feel like everybody just woke up. You guys just wake up or
Fuck,
something?
it's
Do
been
you
crazy.
guys sleep
I feel
drive?
like-
sleep drive here?
I feel like I just woke up for like the past 2 months, bro.
It's been a crazy day. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Yo, it's the Millennial Hipsters, episode 21. 21 episodes coming at ya. 21. 21 Savage, Millennial Hipsters. We got Instajam. We got John David, Boofmatic, your boy V,
Millennial Hipsters X.
the Millennial Hipsters.
Savage.
21 Savage.
XXI.
Millennial Hipsters.
Collabo.
Millennial Hipsters X Captain's Boil. You
Got
know,
21 Savage in the studio.
get your bibs.
Coming through.
With the Draco.
It's a knife.
It's a podcast.
So yo, bear shit happened this week. We got Donald Trump saying would and then wouldn't and then would and then wouldn't.
Coulda, shoulda, would ass nigga.
Yikes. Basically he met with like the leader of Russia, if you guys know, and he was like saying, you know, why
Lil Poot.
the old
Lil
Poot?
Poot. Young Poot. Young Poot.
Young Putin, Lil Putin, and he was like, why would I suspect that the Russians interfered with the election? And then he got bare clout for that. Not even clout, like he got bare like backlash.
Yeah.
And then he literally went back on his word. He said, no, I meant why wouldn't I? I meant wouldn't, not would. Why wouldn't I suspect the Russians?
The mic just didn't pick up the
Yeah, you just misheard his ass, bro.
So a classic case of Trump-isms. And everything is like in our Everything is Racist edition. It's like, bro, I can't even. You know, just like the Toronto shootings and the Toronto stabbings and the Toronto killings. Like I can't keep up with which kid is being implicated by the police by a white woman now this week.
Oh, one of those?
But I think one of the kids actually in the States flipped it around, and like the city intervened and like is now helping this one kid who was selling bottled water like actually boom his business, like big it up.
Yeah.
They actually gave him funding to start his own business and like whatnot. They're kind of like circumventing and working. They're counteracting the whole like stigmatizing young kids,
So
young
what if,
black
like,
kids.
Clout chasing movement starts with this, you know, kind of start up or do
So
something
what's her new?
suspicious as a person of color, and then
And get called out
get
for it.
clout.
What's her new nickname?
Oh my goodness, there's so many. Oh, there's another one.
Intervening Ellie.
No, there's like another one, like Permit Peter. Or there's another one where like you see the guy, he's demanding a permit from like a black woman and her son.
Caution, Catherine.
Using
I don't know.
Okay, just
With a
fine. Get
kid.
it out of your
Caution, Captain. Or
Caution, Catherine.
Ticket, Tiffany.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Citation,
Cindy. Citation, Cindy. Okay, all right. I think we've got.
No,
all of
I
them.
feel like they haven't gotten deep enough here. Like
you heard it here first.
infraction, like induction or something. Like you know what I
That's
mean?
not gonna
Like,
happen
You gotta, yeah, that's true. That's related
unless
to
it's the victim.
Infraction Ingrid. It's gotta be a white name. I forgot. There's a formula to this shit.
Police report Polly.
Okay, whoa, you're getting like the multiple
Pauline.
terms.
Paulina.
Oh my god.
Polly.
Paulina? No, Paulina's like sounds Latin American.
Yeah, she would call the cops.
He's Paulina. They're selling water, man.
On my turf, man.
So yeah, there's like another video of some guy calling the cops on some black lady and her son for using a public pool in like a really rich area, and like he got fired actually when the video went viral.
Wasn't that Toronto?
No, that wasn't Toronto. But like, man, have there been any Toronto occasions where?
No,
No, right?
here.
No,
Not here.
Not yet.
not yet.
Just like
Not, I mean, yo, you know what's crazy? Like, you know, we were shitting on the states for all the shootings, and now it's like we can't talk any
Then
shit.
everybody just reflected in their head like, oh,
Yeah,
wait a minute.
shit, like, we cannot.
well, no, there was that that road rage incident where they like beat up some brown dude in Saga or Brampton or something.
Was he autistic?
No,
Was that that case?
No, this was like this week or something.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh my god.
Drag him out of the car and they started beating him up.
Yeah.
And apparently racially slurred him and all this shit.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait, was it?
They beat him up pretty bad.
Well, they classified
very
it as
bad.
a what do you call it?
Hate crime?
Hate crime, yeah.
Who were the culprits? Like, what were the demographics of
I
the
think they were
culprits?
white dudes.
Wow.
Yeah, some road
It's not a
rage.
hate crime.
That's
unless
not
it's
even- that's not
white
road
people
rage at all.
attacking someone.
It's not a hate crime unless it's white people attacking someone else.
So I feel bad for you white guys, man.
Fuck,
'cause
it's true. I
you
mean,
just
that's
get labeled
true.
as that. What if you
think
genuinely?
hate crimes were spawned by that formula? Like, actually, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's true. That's pretty crazy. Hate
But they're, I
crimes.
mean, they're doing things to make it be seen as a hate crime. They're shouting racial
true,
slurs. They're
yeah.
fucking attacking this guy literally because of his ethnicity. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think
I mean,
every.
it's not because he's white. Like, he got into a fight and because he's white,
But
it's a hate crime. No,
I feel like it
he's
doesn't-
actually perpetrating the you know.
I feel like it doesn't take off as much when it's a color on color because I saw one video of like a brown guy calling these black guys the N-word,
Okay.
and then
which constitutes a hate crime.
they started
essentially.
recording it, and then you just
Yeah.
this guy called me the N-word, but didn't really like blow up
Yeah,
into a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like if it was a white dude, then that would be all over the internet.
I think certain cultures can own certain crimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like back during the Scarface days, like when people would just get shot up when they were lining up for the club in a drive-by.
Yeah.
Like that was only by
Scarface days?
like the Mexican cartels, where they were just like lit up like everyone in line at the line of the club.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That was like known for like Mexican cartels to do.
Exactly.
And you know,
Back in the-
white people have hate crimes. So I mean, no, I'm definitely just trying to be funny. But yeah, that's nuts, man. The summers just today there was like, you know, Brampton's getting a lot of bad press actually, which is crazy. And now
yeah.
that narrative that you were telling me about, like where Brampton's getting all this like negative press, I didn't really see it come to light until like lately, like recently.
I actually have a hate crime story.
Are you
When
serious?
I was
I mean, don't we
at-
all? Yeah.
Like Steeles and Bayview or something, or Young and Steeles. So like not too far out of the city. We just pulled up to a Tim Hortons at like 3 a.m. to grab coffee, and we just pulled up in the parking lot, and there's this white dude
3 a.m, everyone's hating that. Like,
in his pickup truck, right? And he left his pickup truck on,
Yeah.
and he walked to the Tim Hortons with his music blasting and stuff, and he saw us pull up, and he came back, and he got in his truck, and he's like, yo, what the fuck are you Brampton guys doing over here? Like, go stay over there. Where are you guys from?
I think he was playing it safe by saying Brampton
Yeah,
guys.
Brampton guys.
you know?
It's so weird.
I thought he
like-
full out went packy or some shit. Like that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah,
The pack attack.
The racial slur.
And then like
Brampton guys. Yeah. What if he said Scarborough guys? Oh.
Yeah.
He would have meant black people.
No,
Yeah,
Scarborough guys.
and then, like
Did he really say Brampton guys?
Asian court guys with your Asians.
I'm paraphrasing. This was a while ago.
Oh, okay.
But like I could feel
The
the
word
hate
through this
in his
stuff.
voice. Like he genuinely did not like brown people. And he got in his pickup truck and he was like doing dope.
Oh, pickup truck. Okay.
Exactly.
There we go.
Oh.
There we go.
That's like a hate crime itself. Just driving a pickup truck is
And
literally
being white.
and
Guilty.
being white.
Like,
Guilty.
Driving by white pickup truck is just like forget it.
White. That's it.
Driving while white,
In a
that should be a new thing.
driving white in a white pickup truck.
Yeah, DWWP.
But it's like he was scared of us because he got his truck and he drove off.
Yeah, he stopped shit and he did.
Yeah.
You Brampton guys, you're polluting the air everywhere I go.
That's my minor experience with hate crime.
Okay, well that's not light. Come on, that's pretty light.
That's very light.
Pretty light.
very.
Yeah, I know.
You
but-
wouldn't call no packy though.
Yeah,
In public.
Physical.
That's very iffy.
I mean, like it's a form of it's discrimination.
I get what.
Yeah.
The thing is, it takes. I mean, someone like you would have to dissect the nuance of being called a Brampton guy. You know what I mean? Because if your dude rolled by and you went to a party and someone mistook you for a Brampton man's, like, I don't think you'd be that. I wouldn't be that offended.
real people who know Toronto will
Like,
just
you know,
assume
all you
I'm from
Brampton mans. Actually, I would be kind of offended.
Okay, but let's be real. Like, you know, racism these days, like, it's very hidden. I feel it's like
Sometimes it's very
very
blatant.
subtle, very hidden.
I think it was like that like 5 years ago, but now it's really coming
think
out of the
it's
woodwork.
blatant.
I don't think people
I think
give a
it's
fuck
blatant.
anymore.
No, I'm talking about like everyday racism that you
Like-
encounter
You mean
during
like coworker
during
racism?
the day, like coworker, like, you know, people you talk to in the service industry, like, you know, people speak random people on the street, you know.
You want the fried wings, right?
Yeah,
It honestly depends what area.
right, exactly. Under the surface, but it's there. It's not like, you know, every day I walk out, I'm getting fucking beat up because I'm black. Like, no, I'm not talking about that type of racism. I'm talking about like subtle. You know what I'm talking about.
Do you mean?
Yeah, I
like,
mean, I don't think there's any way of
You've been
avoiding
talking about
it.
that guy at your fucking job.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I'm talking about.
like, I mean, even when you're just describing a person, you'll say, "Oh, the Asian guy," or "Oh, you know, the Tamil guy, the black guy," as a descriptor.
But I feel like if a white guy says that,
Right.
then he doesn't get away with that. We can say that
That's the thing.
to a certain extent.
Yeah, there's a guy at my work, a white dude he argues his point because, like, he's white. Well, what is he supposed to do when, you know, you're describing somebody who's a darker skin tone than you?
Yeah.
Not say
No, I
they're
don't think that's racist at all. Anybody that thinks that's racist is stupid. Like,
yeah. but I
Okay,
mean,
that's
like,
an interesting point. When you said, what are you supposed to do when you're describing someone that's a darker skin tone to you? Why do you have to describe someone that's a
That's
darker
the
skin
easiest
tone?
descriptor.
because we see in color. I think it's because we see in color. We see in shades.
when I describe somebody, like, I literally say their color. Oh yeah, that brown guy, the white guy,
Right,
black
it's the
guy.
first
I
thing we
say
go
it myself.
to.
I don't care.
But it
I
depends.
don't think
If someone's-
that is racist.
Sure, but if someone's asking you like, oh, which guy? Then you're like, oh no, yo, the black dude. You know that black dude? Yeah. If you're saying which guy, but if you're like, yo, I went to a Subway and like this black guy came in and started just grabbing all the chips, like then it's like,
No,
I
see,
don't
you
know,
tell
man,
that
like-
story as in, yo, this guy came in and started grabbing all the chips, and then they ask you, oh yeah, what kind of guy was he? And then he
Sure,
says,
fine. If you're
"Yeah."
asked like the demographic, right? But if
Yeah,
you
but-
volunteer it,
But then
come
that
on,
make-
that's
that makes
kind of
the other
sus.
person
Yo.
racist because he like, was it a black?
Sure, for sure. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's like,
guess you-
the policy is like, why are you disclosing the race in these stories? You know what I mean?
Right.
You should
like-
start with what they were wearing.
Yo, he's wearing like a FUBU shirt and a do-rag.
Which guy?
Bro. Bro, he was wearing like an LTTE shirt and like, you know what I mean, a samurai like shorts. But yeah, I noticed that too. Like people, they just slip it in there and then like you catch it.
But how do you feel if you're referred to as the black guy? Like if they say,
I'm fine with it.
that dude who sits over there, oh yeah, that black guy?
Like, what if you were walking? What if you were there with at like a party and you like walked up to two guys in the midst of a conversation and then they were like, "Yo, who's that black guy in the shirt, the red shirt, sitting there?" Oh, yeah, what's going on? Hey, I'm just sitting right here.
No, there's describing it. There's describing.
Okay, fine. There, I guess.
If you walk up to somebody and they're like, "You're a black guy, right?" then I'm just like, all right,
Oh my
that would be
God.
more of an impact.
I feel like describing someone for like identification purposes is okay, but when you're like, you know, people are really sus with it because like, well, they'll say a story and then they'll like slip that in there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they'll see the-
like, yo, like I went to the store and like it smelled like shit and like all these brown people. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
okay,
something-
well,
you know what I
okay, yeah,
mean?
let's
Like-
do like something like that.
Whereas it's like, yo, you know that guy that like we were chilling with last week and he's like super lit? And then someone's like, wait, who? Like, what guy? Like, oh, the black guy. You know the black guy with the
Yeah.
thing? With the... But if you're like already like, yo, I went to the gas station and like this black guy with dreads, he was like huge.
Yeah,
He
but
bud me in
You're
line.
towing the,
Like, you know,
you're telling the story.
like, yo, this huge black guy bud me in line the other day and like, yo, what was I supposed to do? Because he's black. Like, you know what I mean? Like that.
Okay,
is
when you
like...
say like cause he's brown or cause
I
he's
mean,
black,
like,
that's
there's-
like that nails it in the coffee.
Right,
like,
right,
okay,
right.
that's
What you
going.
gonna do, man?
But I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're saying like, oh, yo, the guy, what's his? I don't know his name, but he's black. That's okay.
Okay, what about doing accents?
Okay, that's black.
Accents?
Oh my god, that's another policy.
No, that's
I rip
straight up.
every accent all day, so it's like,
Okay, so
oh, I'm guilty.
is
I'm
that
already
racist
guilty.
or not?
Fuck yeah, it's racist. Fucking, it's so bad. Oh god, it's, you know what's funny? I do it specifically. I do it sometimes like to strategically make white people laugh. And I'm guilty of it. Honestly, it's so bad. It's so bad. Fuck, right? Because I do.
Wait, what kind of accent?
I do it so well.
Brown accent?
Yeah, brown accent. Come on.
Oh my God.
You know, I do the brown dad. I do the brown
Who
dad.
doesn't love a good accent?
I do the brown dad is a sick accent. It's fun. You know
Russell
what I mean?
Peters made like how many millions of dollars off doing accents?
That's true
bro?
too. That's true too. Do you?
I don't know, man. You tap dancing for your coworkers.
Yeah, that's
there.
so true, right? Yeah, he doesn't really. Hello, my baby. But what's your policy on doing accents that you belong to? Like, have you ever busted Trini accent around like someone who wasn't Trini to make them laugh? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you have. Come on. Like his podcast credibility points just went. I was like, oh, I fuck with this guy.
I normally. I can't really say. I'm not
You were
really,
busting Bitey Ba like
Bitey Ba
1,000 times.
Yeah, but I'm home.
Yeah, I guess. I can be racist in the context of my own home, folks. Okay.
It's not racist if it's part of your own home.
Okay, that's my next thing, right? Because a lot of people say, "Yo, I can make fun of this because I'm this." Like,
Yeah,
you know, I can.
But are you?
I'm not out there going like ching chong chong like every day. Yo, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm trying to specify.
Yo, look at those Chinese people. Ching chong ching chong ching. Like,
I'm trying to specify. Is it just for like a random, say like, you know, you're with your coworker at the Starbucks and you just wait, what? Okay, continue.
Yo, look at those Chinese people ordering their shirts, their fries.
Going, hey, Holmes, I want the taco.
Yeah, right? Okay.
I don't know.
Two black guys walking to the Starbucks.
I noticed that too, because it's like I'm like flinging racism charges like daily. Like honestly, I'm like, yo, that's racist. I'm pointing to everyone, and everyone's like, yo, but you do the brown accent, and then I just hit them with the. But I'm allowed to. Look at this card. It says like, I gotta show them my racism card that makes me allowed.
Race card. Pull the race card.
But yo, bear trades going on in the NBA right now. I don't know if like you have an opinion on this. I want to believe that you do because everyone who's into ball definitely has an opinion. They dashed DeMar away, and True saying, man's like,
Man was here for 9 years, bro.
Yo, he was here for 9 years. They weren't ready for it still. And you know, I get that Kawhi is a rooter, man. You know what I mean? But you know, he looks like that dumpy pusher, and that irks my soul still. And I'm just reading. I'm reading this from a meme completely. But yo, there goes DeMar DeRozan.
I didn't understand any of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you were supposed to.
No,
You haven't been listening to enough Drake. Is what it is. So yeah, people are kind of shook by this. Like, there goes like one of the main faces to the Raptors. How it's gonna affect their strategy and their play. That is something that I don't know.
I mean, a lot of people are saying that he was backstabbed because he is like a player who actually gave his heart and soul to Toronto, whereas a lot of people were just here because they had no choice and they had to play for the Raptors. Right?
Okay, right. So he wasn't a free agent, then he wasn't able to choose. Like he wanted to be with the Raptors, and they traded him. Against, okay, I see.
Yeah.
He's here for 9 years. He got drafted here. So many memories. He's like the franchise leader in a whole bunch of stack categories and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he did help put Toronto on the map of like, you know, recent our new team, our recent team.
Yeah, I mean,
You know
the
what I mean?
best years the Raptors have been like the past 2 years with DeRozan.
Yeah, with him.
Like,
yeah, and he was a
like-
major key player in that.
yeah.
I think we've just seen both those like we've seen Lowry, and when you see Lowry and you see DeRozan, you just think of like the Raps, like, you know what I mean? So I think, like, in terms of the brand, like for someone like me that's looking at it, it's like, you know, you want to see a familiar face because when you go to the games and you see them playing, it's like you feel like you're at home. You know what I mean? When you see those players.
And that's why I feel like a lot of people aren't hurt, but like they're sad to see him go, just because he honestly felt like he was one of us, like, you know. He actually
definitely
embraced Toronto and the culture, which a lot of people don't do who are on the Raptors.
So yeah, man. I mean, I think I don't know, but then again, a lot of people are saying it's about time, like that the Raptors kind of changed their whole dynamic. And I mean, if they're trading him to gain some sort of leverage somewhere else, then why not? Because it's not like we're jeopardizing wins or like championship rings at this point in time.
I mean, like in the end, it is a business, and
that too.
no loyalty, man. They're gonna do whatever they think is best for the team.
So it's bound to end up in Drake's next album lyrics soon.
Yeah, definitely DeRozan shout-outs for sure. In his next fucking UK freestyle.
Oh my god, yeah. Why trade D Rose? I'll never know. Like, that's weird. Like,
that's how it goes.
That's how it goes. Rose.
D-Rose.
D-Rose.
Not D-Rose.
D-Rose.
Oh, shit.
D-Rose.
But the guy we got is like a top 5 guy, like top 5 NBA guy. So this is
Top 5? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've never had a superstar of this caliber playing for Toronto.
All right.
But they're also saying that he doesn't want to play for Toronto, but he has no choice.
Oh,
to get
yeah?
traded. Yeah.
Yikes.
Wait, he doesn't want to play for them.
Yeah, he
Publicly
said,
said
he had no desire to play for Toronto.
Mike's picking that up.
Oh shit, sorry.
But yeah, man, I think that was like, I don't know, like, you know what's crazy? They're like asking people on the street today about like how they felt about the trade, and like, it was weird. Like CP24 was like asking random, like some old like white woman, like I don't, it was just like very odd for me to see. So I think for basketball, like not like first like people who aren't super basketball heads, again, it's like a changing of their brand. Like yeah, she had a lot to say. She had a mouthful to say. You know, like my kids love him, and it might be something new.
I think they're banking on him because he has 1 year left in his contract.
Yeah.
They're banking on him, I guess, like falling in love with the city and staying, because otherwise he's gone. So we traded DeMar DeRozan for like a 1 year rental of like a top 5 pick.
Oh shit! That's so there might be a chance we're just gonna do another trade again and just. I
Yeah.
wonder how Lowry feels because he's losing kind of
Yeah, they're like BFFs, man.
right. That kind of sucks.
Sold for a rental.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's a dirty business.
You're
Right.
selling your car
to lease,
drive around with
do
the rental.
Yeah.
That's
But
a
like, yo,
dirty
you sold the Honda that you bought out
Yeah.
to lease the Benz.
Right.
So I mean, you know
Exactly.
What I mean? So I don't know.
But I mean, you don't own it though.
DeMar was upset, man. He posted on his Instagram like how the organization snaked him and shit.
Wow, no
Guys.
way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. So what says? Well, that's a contracting. Like you're locked in. You know what I mean? It's not like some other team is going to be able to buy him out. He's not a free. He wasn't a free agent to begin with. So.
Yeah.
Well, yikes. Also, speaking of sports, France won it all.
Oh, yeah.
And that was last week.
Yep.
There's bear riots in France as per usual. Like the formula goes, there's supposed to be riots and people causing chaos.
Bonjour.
Yeah, exactly. Like how do French people riot? There's like croissants and like hats everywhere and like.
Parade,
French
I
parade.
feel like the Eiffel Tower
Yeah.
just lost
Lit.
a peg or like
Tabernacle.
That's their
Tabernacle!
yeah.
What is that?
That's like fuck, isn't
That's
it?
like their cuss word.
Yeah.
It means curse the church or some shit like that.
Vive la France.
But it's basically their fuck. It's,
Fuck the church.
not baby seal, right? Fuck is baby seal.
Was that the joke a long time ago?
Yeah.
Fuck is baby seal.
So they got their their
Some
terminology
baby
mixed
seal
up.
or some French word. Okay.
Yeah.
But it sounds like
A lot of people are like, yo, like, Croatia really played well, and like a lot of people are on this like sentiment that like they didn't deserve it, France.
Nope.
But
Well, because Croatia was like the underdog, right? They're this
Yeah.
tiny ass
And,
fucking country that never expected to make it that far. Like, even when they won their first couple of knockouts, I was like, what the fuck, Croatia?
yeah,
Croatia beat, I think, Argentina, and it was like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
And there was a specific play, like if you guys watched the game, where the ball fell on one of the players on France's hand, right? And it bounced off their hand and went into the goal.
And they let that go.
And then the ref had to review that, and he said it wasn't a goal.
Oh,
And that was like when there were 1-1.
that was for France or for
Is this
Croatia?
in the
For
France
For the
final?
for Croatia.
Oh,
Yeah. So the ball like bounced off one of their arms, and then like it went to the goal, and then so that was a controversy for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they give him a penalty shot for that?
Yeah, they gave him a penalty shot, and and then they got it. France got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
They scored the second goal.
it kind of changed things like in the direction
I
of
mean,
the game.
that's the rules of the game.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I'd agree. Like, I don't think I disagree with that too much.
It was a very
It is a
50-50
tough
call.
for
It's
the
a
ref
tough call to make.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think it was a handball because if you see him,
like it's like you know.
right before it hits his hand, he makes a motion.
Yeah,
So like it's like he kind of moved it.
people were saying he was trying to bring his arm away from it.
Yeah.
Like it looked natural, but like some people were saying he was trying to like hit the ball in with his arm, like going
Yeah.
like that.
And I'm pretty sure he was
But,
trying to avoid his arm, or maybe you could use your upper shoulder,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure down here is like nope. This
Yeah.
is like you
Yeah.
can hit it.
The way he moved, though, you could kind of
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, like-
it depends how you interpret it, and the ref interpreted.
I was saying like milliseconds are
a different way.
flying while these little inferences are happening, and anything could happen. So
I mean, yo, shouts to the refs because those guys are literally running after every player of the team at
they
the
have
same
to be
time.
just as athletic as the players.
And so
Yeah.
almost even more so, right? You
yeah.
gotta be like 10 steps ahead, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
the foresight that you
Think
need.
about the pressure of being a World Cup referee.
Oh my God.
Nobody
Like the
hates
whole world is watching. And you got like a
Even-
country
but yo,
of like a million people who are
This-
ready to give their life for their team.
This World Cup was the first World Cup with instant replay.
Yeah.
They literally just implemented that.
Wow.
I
This
thought
World
Brazil had some. Brazil,
No.
Brazil was the first with HD cameras, I think.
Something like
Oh,
that,
the
but
one with
they
the-
actually have
but-
a room with like with surveillance.
Whole,
Yeah.
I seen it.
and
I seen that
everything.
room. It's
Yeah,
like, so it's like 50
It's the first it's
TVs.
implemented like that.
That's
so
crazy.
the ref could go back if he's like if
So
he wants
right.
he has an earpiece, and if they tell him, "Yo, you gotta go review this," he has
Yeah.
to go review it.
Yeah.
And they've been like people have been fighting it for years, or people have been fighting for it for years because like they've been in some like wild ass calls
Of course,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
FIFA games like
Yeah.
in the past years. So like they finally like implemented
One
that.
argument I was trying to make earlier was like, "Yo, technology is so good these days. You don't even need a referee. Just fucking watch
the cameras
everything
everywhere.
on-
Drones.
Yeah.
Like, why don't they enforce drones? But the thing is, I think
Maybe next.
because you need a human element because players still need to be reprimanded.
Yeah.
Right. They still need a human element, and also it's like to control like temperament on the field too. Like
Yeah.
it's like a drone is not going to step in when like one of the players grabs it, and kicks the shit out of it. You know what I mean? there's no human element to that. So
Yeah.
that's very interesting though because I foresee the day where it's like going to be some like
I guess this is a step in the right
emotional
direction.
robot.
Though. Yeah,
Yellow card, like you know what I mean?
The low card.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, definitely a weird World Cup. A lot of heavy hitters knocked out. I think people were
France was they said what like 10 immigrants or something, right? Most of the team was like African immigrants.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
and I think people were kind of paying attention to that too. And also,
And they're probably from
No,
African French-speaking countries, which is
Yes.
why they were allowed to play for France.
Yeah.
Or like I think
No, I think they immigrated and then they got their citizenship, and then
right.
you can play.
or you know what's crazy what those teams do, man? Like, you never even know. These teams have bare money, so it's like some of them may not have immigrated properly, and they were just like they paid the officials to just have these immigrants there for that specific moment in time for that sporting event to play, and then as soon as it's over,
Send
they're
them back.
going back. Like
I don't
honestly,
know.
they get their winnings, of course, they get their money, but they're going back, or to wherever, like because those are things, those kind of stories like you don't really hear about. But that's why I was saying like when someone was saying how like someone was telling me that Canada will be eligible for the World Cup, and I was like asking him like, okay, well, you know how in the World Cup everyone like has to be from the country that they're playing for, like how will it work in Canada? There's gonna be like our demographic is so mixed.
But I think as long as you have a citizenship,
right, so that's what it comes down
good.
to, like to
Yeah.
be a citizen of the
Yeah,
country. Okay,
yeah.
well then that makes
you
sense.
can't like get a working visa.
That's what I'm saying.
for
Yeah,
a
right,
team.
right. But the thing is for France, you never know if that has actually ever been done.
You could, man. They could have,
They're scouting people in French countries, and they're like, "Wow, this guy's an amazing player. Only thing is no citizenship, but he's like could be the key to our team or something."
Yeah,
And
bring them over
you know what
and
I
do some dirty paperwork.
I'm not saying that's 100% what happened, but like the World Cup is super corrupt. If I can say anything about that, there is definitely some corruption running amid.
Yeah.
the World
They'll
the
grab
FIFA
up the best
organization.
players,
That's what it
like
is.
no matter how. I mean,
Any means necessary.
whatever lengths.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll take it.
But I'm all for it. I want to see the best players. Anyways.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
So it definitely makes for good athleticism and good sporting events.
Kind of like how the U.S. utilizes all the Mexicans that go across the border.
There it is.
They
Like,
recruit them
oh my
for all
goodness,
the
man.
work.
Like they're the biggest offenders.
You know?
Go
It's just
outside
like
Home Depot.
just drawing the comparisons to the FIFA teams and how the U.S. uses.
Mexican.
Hey, it is
They-
a corporation though, right?
exactly.
Like it definitely. Like I wouldn't knock that comparison at all. So yeah, definitely a weird World Cup. Pretty sick though. I mean, they're French, and like we know a lot of we got the francophones down here, so it's
Quebec.
like there's a little bit.
They were actually going off downtown Toronto.
yeah,
Like I saw like Dundas Square was shut down a little bit. Like people were all up in the streets.
that's kind of cool. But I think it would have been shut down regardless of who won.
Yeah,
What do you think? Like
yeah, Croatia won.
yeah, go nuts.
We're
Like,
representing every country.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everybody had a a stake in the World Cup and all
Yeah.
like world sporting events here. Like,
I think that's
it's
why we
great.
enjoy the World Cup. Yo, other hot news. Yikes, yo! If you Google the word idiot right now, Donald Trump is the first result. Like, yo, literally everyone Google the word idiot right
I'm
now
on the
on your
web.
phone, and I just did it to test it, and it's for true, and then it links you to the article. Of,
Not surprised.
Top stories. Trump.
Yeah,
Tops. Google
there
image
it is.
search for idiot.
Yo, that's actually
3
nuts.
hours
How does that
ago.
even work?
That's
like,
crazy,
that's got to be. I don't know if that's incidental or if that's
Who's-
like purposeful.
Who is the other person that shows up?
Well, it's a picture of him and Putin, but I mean, if you Google idiot in images, he shows up first.
Shows up a lot.
That's crazy.
Google Images.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
Google anything.
Oh,
but
yeah,
just Google
Google
idiot.
Images, yeah.
Or just Google idiot, and then that Vice
Yeah, yeah.
article pops up first. Yo, that's probably causing them bear traffic. Holy.
That's sick.
So I mean, it may change. You guys aren't listening to this live, but
Well, Google obviously did that.
like, yeah, you
they-
know,
they-
like,
yeah.
but they can't.
they programmed
The
that.
thing is, though, is like,
Their algorithm. They literally programmed that.
But like, they got bare Donald Trump supporters up at Google, don't you think? Like,
I don't think so.
really,
I'm
guys, like,
thinking
they're,
Google is
a lot of
pretty
people
liberal.
support Donald Trump, man. A lot of people.
Where are they, man? That's
Not
They-
white
they-
people.
Google's a billion-dollar
Yeah.
company, so like liberalism starts.
Aren't they in like Silicon Valley? Like that's like a very liberal. Like California is a liberal state. Like mostly. That's where all the big tech giants are.
weed's legal.
I agree.
Do you think these billion-dollar companies are against? You think they're mainly
No, they're
dem-
for capitalism and
Right.
like all those like conservative like traits and stuff. But like, I think because it's California, that's huge,
true, that's
hugely
true.
liberal. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if like most of Google was liberal.
So you think this is done purposefully?
I don't know. This is my conspiracy.
I mean, no.
theory.
I mean, I wouldn't rule that out. I think a lot of us are hoping that it wasn't.
Yeah,
that it wasn't
yeah.
done purposely. You know what I mean? Like that, there is a consensus that by fact, and that's the thing about Google. You type something in, and you're expecting more fact than
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
exactly.
you're expecting like a verified answer, or like you type in the definition. You type in a
fuck
word, you want the
that.
definition.
They're a corporation, man. Like
It's true. That's actually really scary because like
everything's tied to political shit.
you type in a word and you what we want is fact. Ideally, what we want is fact, but what we could be getting is just something that like an algorithm. Super funny. That's actually really jokes. Definitely a click ploy from Vice, but I wouldn't say I disagree based on all the latest shit that's been going on lately. Yo, speaking of, did we talk about Kiki? Did we talk about the Shiggy challenge? Because now
We did that last week.
the dude that's responsible, his name is Shiggy. Apparently, like he started it. Did you guys know that?
Oh, that
Yeah, I
yeah,
heard about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
I didn't know it was called a Shiggy Challenge. I
It's
didn't
called
know.
the Shiggy
He's
challenge.
like
and-
a IG comedian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he started the dance essentially, and like everyone's kind of like he's getting bear clout now because it's like he was like, oh, I started the dance, and then Drake was like, yo, this guy like made my song go #1 in almost a day, like
Yeah.
crazy. So,
But supposedly, like that guy's known for doing dances and shit on his Instagram. Like he's
Oh.
popular for that,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
he just happened to strike gold with the Kiki song. What was the song called?
in my feelings.
In My Feelings, right?
Yikes. Okay,
Yeah, so he struck
Shiggy-
gold with that, and I saw like a picture of him and Drake, like dapping or whatever. Like he's giving him daps and
He's
shit.
like, you're my new best friend for the next couple of weeks.
And
I
it's
Next couple, yeah, until I find the next.
Weekly bestie.
And
thought he's gonna write a fucking
he's in
sad
his,
song.
in his Instagram video. He's with Drake in some club. He's like, "Yo, I just ran into the nigga that owed me a check."
Oh, shit. I think people were going off about
And
that too.
Drake's like, like, like in the back, but like I'm pretty sure Drake paid him off for that.
Well, he came.
for appreciation.
That's really funny because he came out and said he didn't get shit.
Really?
Yeah,
But
like,
what are
he
you
didn't
what are
get
you
no
supposed to
cash.
give him shit for? It's not like
It's not his.
That's true. It's like
No, but I'm just saying.
isn't it good enough you got that party
like
with
on
Drake?
paper, yeah. I don't think. What is the guy really?
You should be
owe?
thankful for partying with me. Like, so man blew up his song. Like,
That's true
It's gonna
though.
blow up regardless. Maybe not to that
not
ex-
to this level
not to
though.
that
Like, I mean,
extent.
like,
That's true. Would it have blown up without Shiggy?
of course, it's Drake. But I'm just saying it's blowing up to like
that song was on a single list before that whole thing happened.
yeah, it's blowing up to like a phenomenon type of level, like where people
Yeah.
are dancing, and news stations are fucking reporting on it and
Really?
You know, yeah.
Wow.
People are like, fuck a thank you, N-word. Where my guys' check at? Thanks. So yeah, I think there's two schools of thought on that.
You know, I would have hit him with a check.
So if
You know, of course, if you're Drizzy, you're gonna hit a little love to Shiggy. You know what I mean?
It just shows his character.
Drake
though.
coming through next week
He's like,
on the
"Fuck that."
podcast.
I mean, listen, he's known for appropriating dances. Like he did it to Moji, like, and just didn't give his credit where they were due. It takes the people to notice these like similarities versus Drake saying, "Yo, give credit to this guy. You guys don't know." Like, you know what I mean? It's always us noticing,
Yeah.
and then him admitting it. Like, okay, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I
I don't
got
think
it.
it's a money thing at all. Like when it comes to this whole thing, I think it's a pride thing. He's just like, oh, it's gonna look like I paid him off or some shit. He doesn't. He doesn't want to make
Yeah,
it
'cause they're
look like
like
a certain
someone
way.
else is working for him. Like he's not doing. He's not generating this.
So
clout on
no,
his
he
own.
ought to be like, yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to say that this guy didn't do the dance for money initially.
Oh no, okay. What's
Did he?
This?
No, I'm just
yeah,
saying.
yeah. He started this Shiggy
But
challenge.
for money?
No, not for money. No,
You
not
can
for
say
money.
it's
Not
on-
for money.
he's on
If he
Instagram.
didn't if his
But it's free promotion.
It's just
no,
a
that's what I'm
series of
saying. It's
clout
free
chasing.
promotion.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't be seeking any type of
But
monetization.
look at it from Drake's perspective too. If Shiggy didn't have this song to fucking do a dance to, would he have blown up?
Oh, that's true too. That's a good way to do
Yeah,
it.
so it's like
I'm the
the-
maker of this
this-
song. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? It's true. I created this. Now you're off it. Now you want money from me?
Right?
Like,
so there's
that's
two.
true, yeah.
It works both ways.
kinda
So
true.
so maybe it's best they didn't really like take it seriously.
Yeah. Just leave
'Cause
it where it stands. Yeah. Just say thank
Who's
you.
really winning here?
Put a club with
Put
me.
him in
Drake's
a music
winning.
video.
Drake's winning.
Well, obviously.
Yo, I need one
on
of
a
those
bigger scale, on a
shirts.
larger scale.
I need one of those shirts. Do you guys see these shirts that are coming out now of like the schools in the States? And it's like Tennessee, Notre
Oh
Dame.
yeah. I saw the
Oh, wow.
finesse one. That
There's
Drake had,
there's
yeah.
some crazy other ones like Notre Dame. It's like not lame.
Oh,
Like these
okay.
crazy like they're sick.
They just
Actually,
take
sick.
out the.
They just take out there. They don't stitch it in fully.
Yeah,
they stitch it
yeah.
in
They
selectively.
restitch it. Like,
Yeah,
It looks
it's
good.
their own
OVO?
shirt too.
Pardon me.
Oh,
It's not OVO. It's just like it's its own like line. Like you can get these
Oh.
shirts anywhere. But I think like Drizzy's the first one I've seen wearing it, and it looks sick. I was gonna order one like yesterday, but I was like, okay.
I thought people were doing this on their own, just taking old.
No.
shirts
It's like
and
a
just
line. If you actually look it up, there's bare shirts in like every other color. Like they're actually cool. So look up for those. Those are actually sick.
Supreme Collab comes soon.
And yo, do you guys hear about Elon Musk getting into this spat with the diver, the
Yeah.
British diver that saved the kids?
Yeah.
He like called him a
I heard
pedophile.
briefly about this.
They were fighting. They were having words, man, because one of the divers didn't appreciate Elon Musk's submarine call it because they're just like, yo, this guy's just looking for
Ooh,
clout.
That's dope.
The only reason he wants to send a submarine down there is for clout. So they're like, they're pissed with him because they think it's a PR stunt, and they didn't use the submarine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what did he? Do you know what they said to each other?
So basically, the British diver who actually was successful with his team to rescue the boys, was he did an interview on like a major news outlet, and they asked him like, oh hey, so like what are your opinions on like Elon Musk, and did you like what were your opinions on the apparatus, because we know like this has been getting a lot of international like attention, and like we understand that Elon Musk also like stepped in to help. And then he goes like, that thing was useless. Like Elon Musk, like he acted like he was a big shot. He wasn't even allowed close to the site. He was escorted out as soon as he got there. You know, he dropped his submarine in the cave. It was just like it couldn't turn.
Yeah.
It wasn't very like versatile. It would have like not been able to get into the nooks and the crannies. So just like going off on him on TV. And then Elon Musk was like, what is this guy talking about? Like on Twitter, he just went full force. Like it's just so crazy because like Elon Musk is regarded to be like a really smart guy, and on Twitter
He has a temper, man.
he has a temper, and then his like bro side comes out. He like just starts spitting like all this. It's like as if you're talking to like, it's like he gets really super bro. Like if you read the tweet,
He's street.
yeah, like it's very crazy. So he's like what's this guy even talking about? Like he's like, dude. He's like, yeah. He's like, dude, like, he's like, we got in there and we almost got to the site on our own. Like, he's like, matter of fact, like, I'm not even gonna question like your methods. Like, I want to see like your video of how you got there. You know what I mean? Like how difficult it was. Like, send us the video. Then he's actually, don't even send us the video. Like, then he just starts going off, and he's like, my team, like my apparatus was like sufficiently built. You know what I mean? And then he just started going like, yo, so show me the thing. Or like, you pedo guy. At the end, like after all, at the end of the tweet, he goes like, Mr. Pedo guy. Like everyone was like, "What? Like, this is so
It
crazy."
must have come from something
man.
though. Some prior.
He should have stopped himself
I
before he
know.
went that far.
That's
You know,
the
it
thing.
would have been cool if he, you know, he
this-
popped off,
Yikes.
but like he went to the
Pedo,
edge.
he's a pedo guy.
Man, you kind of. I feel like Elon Musk is gonna get shamed on the internet.
Sure, but when listen, you gotta be able to
You-
carry yourself a little
You
more
just can't.
candid.
You can't express your true feelings on the internet. Just keep it to yourself, because you're just gonna get fucked
Nah,
up.
Well, that I agree with. You can't express yourself like that on the internet because millions of people are watching. If you have nothing good to say, like
I fully support everything he did up
Yeah.
until pedo guy.
yeah, true. I feel the same way.
You're allowed to pop off. You can pop off. I mean, yes, he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
I mean, but doesn't mean he has to be like, you know, all, you know, suit and tied up. Like, you know,
You're right.
he could be a regular person,
Yeah.
you
for
know,
sure.
still running a business, still running a corporation, but like, you know, you still gotta rein in like when you're, you know, expressing yourself.
For sure. Yeah. No, and I mean, he gets bro with it, and not that
Yeah.
I'm like chastising him.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
If
Like,
he could say bro,
yeah,
dude,
for sure.
whatever.
Like, yeah, it was
He could say
refreshing
fuck.
to see. It was actually refreshing
Yeah,
to see.
yeah, exactly.
Except for the pedo part, but
Yeah,
so
You don't want to seem too robotic to the public. You want to seem more personable,
right, relatable for sure.
But the pedo guy part.
Yeah, I think you know what it was. It was just like an attack, like a retaliation, like
Yeah.
an angry.
He's just a
yeah,
pedo guy.
Yeah. It was like an angry boy, like you know what I mean?
Yeah. He could keep it in.
Yeah. So then eventually,
Was there any justification in calling him a pedo?
No,
or
absolutely
what?
not. So basically,
He
what
just
happens?
said it out of the blue.
Yeah. So eventually, he goes, and it's actually funny when we talk about like what are the repercussions of calling someone a pedophile too. It's like legally, like if that British diver.
Is that
could
what he
definitely-
meant though? Because the context seems
Well,
kind of
pedo
weird.
is
Pedo guy?
He says, "Sorry, pedo guy, you really did ask for it." In his tweet.
Sorry, pedo guy. What else would that mean? I don't get it.
pedo only means
Like-
one.
Like, is he saying pedal slang? No, I don't think so.
All right, you pedal guy, just pedal along
Pedal
now.
along, pedo out of here.
There's
Yeah, Elon.
Out.
Well, I
Elon
like
out.
it being street, but like, like when you're incoherent. You seen it? Pedo guy.
pedo.
Yeah, it just
only
seems
stands for
weird.
pedo-
Anyway, if we doubt it,
He's probably making fun of his looks. How's the guy look?
he's like he's like an older.
Does he look
like, bald,
pedo-ish?
like, I
Maybe.
mean,
I thought he's calling him a pedo because he's rescuing 12 tigers.
that's the other thing. That's what
That's
makes it kind of funny.
Oh,
That's
okay,
what
there
makes
you
it kind
go,
of
there
funny,
you go,
know
there
what I
you go,
mean?
there you go.
'Cause, like,
He's rescuing a bunch of kids.
No, but then you're
Elon is-
disrespecting like
He's disrespecting
those
the whole
guys.
the
thing.
kids
yeah.
and shit.
He's painting a
man.
picture. He's painting a picture of like this guy that's, I need to get the kids, the little boy. He's like, that's what he's painting the picture
We're
of.
gonna dive to the depths of the ocean to get these kids. Like,
Damn
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Edit their tie.
Oh no. So it's like the white man, like, and the Asian Oriental fetish. Yikes.
I'm reading that he apologized.
That's what it is. So if we have any doubt as to what's going on about what he said, he actually came out and apologized. And he's like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry for calling the guy a pedo.
I'm a fucker.
You know what I mean? So, and like, you know what's funny? Like, for the rescue, you know, a lot of officials are getting in there at once. It becomes like a bureaucratic red tape type thing. There's so many international organizations in one place, and it's a lot of men there. It's a lot of officials there. There's a lot of egos and there's a lot of heads butting. You know what I'm saying? So
oh my god, I'm getting
it's just crazy.
This
Like,
whole thing about him bringing the submarine for clout, though, I don't believe that. I think he was just trying to help.
help. And
I
that's
think he
what
was trying to help.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what he was saying. He's like, you know what? I was just trying to help, and then I think he just felt attacked, which is actually it's so crazy.
My team's the best.
What are you talking about? You
pedo guy.
I'll rescue those kids in 1.9 seconds.
Post the video. Actually, don't. You're a pedo. Fuck it. You know what's crazy? I used to know this classmate in elementary school who would like really be like really refined, and then he would just go off. Like his anger would just get the best of him and like instantaneously, like worse than me.
He's extra passive aggressive.
Yeah, no, like he would like sip tea and like act British, but then like when he went off, like
He just turned to Hulk.
yeah, no, absolutely, that's what it was. Don't touch me! Like he'd go nuts. Crazy. Anyway, you never know. But I mean, you know, Elon at least apologized, man, because he's getting bear clout, like, and now people are
I
like,
still
hey,
fuck with
why-
Elon.
Yeah, I still
Now
fuck
they're
with
taking
Elon,
his
I mean,
clout points
yeah,
away
it's true.
from.
Stock's going up, though.
The stock's still going up because the young investors are like, "Way to go, Elon! Call that fucker a pedo." So yeah, man. Okay, yo. We've actually visited Tim Hortons controversies, okay? And
Oh shit! What now?
Tim Hortons always seems to get some crazy customers. I don't know why this doesn't happen at McDonald's. It happens at Tim Hortons. So basically, in Brampton, again, Brampton's getting all of this bad press, and I'm really sorry for you guys out there. I don't think of Brampton any differently because I come from a place that's stigmatized almost every day. But what happened in Brampton at around 3 a.m., this woman drives up to the drive-thru. She's trying to use the washroom. I don't really know. They don't let her, apparently. Like, there's dissent on the other end. So she jumps through the drive-thru window.
Holy shit!
And then she starts beating up the woman on the other end. So she's pretty much like grabbing her by her ponytail and just like fooding her.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
This is 3 a.m.
Yeah, and then in Brampton. And then a male employee tries to intervene, and then she's just still like swinging on the female employee. There's video footage of it all, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's there's video footage.
3 a.m.
Show us
in
the
Brampton.
video.
Yeah,
The new song.
Yeah, 3 a.m. in Brampton. It's the new Drake track. And you know what's crazy? The woman, the worker that she's like beating up, is pregnant too.
Oh.
Like, she's pregnant.
God.
The whole thing's caught on camera. You can see the assailant's face, everything.
I don't know.
Woman climbed through the drive-thru window at 3 a.m., grabbed the employee by the hair, and punched her. How do you get through the window?
Why is she black?
Yeah, and she's black.
Why is she
See, and that's the other thing. See how I didn't...
Why?
Okay, back to our square one. See how I didn't say she was black? You know, if I said she was black...
Don't try to save.
No, but I'm saying that's a perfect example.
You said she was black.
That is...
I'm black.
That's why you're allowed to identify
that's why
with-
you're allowed to do this accent. But that's what's jokes, right? Like if you're at work or you're in a public place and someone's like, yeah, so like this lady, she jumped through the Tim Hortons window, she beat up the employee. Yeah, when she was black. Wait, what? Oh, what? I didn't even ask you that. What do you...
Yeah, I get
You-
it.
Oh,
These are
get this though.
racist.
She was...
Get this though.
Just get this down. She's black.
You got a pen?
Get this though.
She was
Like a pen.
Hold on, wait. Check around the corner, see if it's okay. Is it safe?
God.
So yeah, pretty bad. Caught the whole thing on camera. I remember we got into a debate of like why, like if you go into a restaurant, are you owed the washroom? Like, are you immediately, do you have the liberty to use the washroom? I know Starbucks changed their policy. They said, hey, come in, use whatever you want, take shits. We don't care if you pay now because we just don't want the bad press.
I'm pretty sure this is Azalea Banks.
Causing some shit in Brampton.
She looks exactly like her.
Trying to find Drizzy because she thinks Kiki is actually her.
Timmy.
Azalea. So yeah, that's actually jokes. We were talking about, wait, Jamil said that no, restaurants don't owe you shit. Use your washroom somewhere else. And then Boof was like,
Wait, this is
So
yo,
the Tim Hortons open?
Why are
Like,
we
inside?
revisiting this?
This is not a washroom incident, is it?
well, that's what the report is actually saying. She wanted to use the washroom and was,
No.
By going through the drive-through and
You know what's
asking-
crazy? I think that's what's being reported. That's actually the report. Like that she wanted to use the washroom. She jumped through
The
the window
drive-thru?
and started beating up the employee. But you know what's crazy though? That could just have been her plea. That's the other thing too.
Yeah,
like,
like,
oh no, I had to use the
At
washroom.
3 a.m.
It was a life and death situation. Like
3 a.m.
Walk through the
You're walking
front.
you're going through a drive-through and you're asking to go use the washroom?
You're on something.
I don't know, man.
and they said no, and I think she just lost it.
There's a difference, like, you know, from you walking in there and asking them to use the washroom, and then them saying no. Instead of like, you know.
Yeah, man.
Jumping your ass through the drive-thru.
Yo, we were supposed to touch on this last week, but we didn't. Oh yeah, I think so. Jamie was like, they cut Michael Jackson's balls off. We were like, no.
my-
Oh, no, I was just saying that for a comedic effect.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So
Deep fried his
allegedly.
balls.
No, I said they pan-fried his balls.
Oh my god! Yikes!
Well said.
I'm like, damn, man. That's crazy. They deep dish.
So
Alright.
Joe Jackson was chemically castrating Michael Jackson.
Apparently, because he was like the youngest one. He was the youngest Jackson.
They didn't want his voice to deepen.
To evolve, and like at that point in time, all of his siblings had already like reached puberty.
And
Like-
stop singing. Stop
Yeah,
singing. The
like-
Jackson 5 was done.
Right, he was the only one with like the angelic voice. So his father came out that like he was giving him pills and shit.
And that makes
Um,
sense.
You know,
I didn't even know they could do that back in the fucking 60s.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They had pills for that? Back in the 60s?
I think probably giving him
That's all, like-
estrogen.
They had this in like World War One time.
After the World Wars, there was a lot of technology and a lot of
Pharmaceutical companies were coming out. Like,
lots
trying
of
to-
experiments
Yeah.
that went under the
I
radar.
heard they used to
and shit.
do this
True,
to-
but I didn't know that stuff would be like accessible to the public back then.
all kinds of shit.
We're talking about the
man.
60s. Like this is like,
Drugs were just
Well, like LSD was from the
it was
fucking
just
like
here you go.
40s, 50s, and it wasn't really being tested.
Just go to
either,
the store.
Yeah.
and get some LSD.
right? Like it wasn't being refined, it wasn't being tested, it wasn't being like scrutinized as much as it is now. So imagine like the effect that it would have on a child like Michael Jackson, where his father's like force feeding him the drug.
but he knew what he was doing. He knew that.
His dad.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
for sure.
Joe
Absolutely.
Jackson knew what he was doing.
Absolutely.
For
I mean,
sure.
he was like really. I mean, allegedly, he was like a really abusive like parent to the Jacksons and whatnot. I mean, we've all heard those stories. I'm not sure. Like, I've definitely heard those stories before. How he was really like abusive, like really like
yeah. But
bad
we've
parent.
heard all of that. Like he's a fucking monster. That's crazy, man.
So it's actually nuts.
I don't know.
It kind of like makes like his like everybody thinks he's fucked up, but like this even makes his life even like more fucked up. Like I wonder what else happened in this guy's fucking life now.
That's the thing. It's like from childhood, he was already kind of fucked up, and then he was implicated on like those pedo charges.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, speaking of pedophiles,
Yeah,
like he was
like,
then he was
years
implicated,
later.
and no one understood the context. You know what I mean? They just kind of like labeled him, oh,
Yeah.
nice fuck, like. But I don't think they really kind of. And also, when you watch those videos, when you watch like the flashback videos on CNN and stuff, he's like showing kids like his cool toys and shit.
I think he was
Yeah.
infatuated with kids.
That's what it is. He wasn't like, I don't
Not
think he was being
sexually.
predatory. He was actually saying like, look at I have all the good shit. Like I have the best shit.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to your rich friend's house and they're showing you all their sick shit. You want to be jealous of them. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's definitely like the kind of idea I was getting from them.
He was just like mentally, like he had a child's mind.
I think.
'Cause, like, I think-
he didn't have a childhood, bro. He was like, yo,
Yeah.
you gotta perform, you gotta sing,
Yeah,
you gotta
of
do
course.
that, you gotta do what daddy
So I'm
tells
just saying,
you.
like, being sheltered that much and, like, just having to do that your entire life kind of made him into what he was
Yeah.
that way.
I felt,
Like, he had no interaction with the public. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So he kind of turned into, like, a deranged kind of guy.
I felt like he never really had childhood friends, and then he wanted to be friends with kids or something. I don't know.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Actually, that's a good theory.
I have one story I want to talk about.
Yeah, man.
New Ontario safety minister reveals he wore bulletproof vest to see Black Panther.
What?
Wait, what?
No way.
What is what?
Ontario's safety minister.
Wait, where is this from?
Who's Ontario's safety minister right now?
The Beaverton. I think it's pretty legit. So,
Yeah,
Michael
I've heard of that.
Tibalo, the first-time cabinet minister heading Ontario's anti-racism directorate.
No, I wasn't seeing Black Panther.
He wore a bulletproof vest to go watch Black Panther.
Really? It was. What I'm saying is he wore a bulletproof vest during a ride along in the Jane and Finch area.
Wait.
Oh, this is a troll story.
You got it. You got trolled, fam. Yo, you got trolled, my G.
Yo, man.
Yay.
I was just about to pull that up, man.
But no, what the
I
truth?
thought this was too funny to be true.
Wow, I almost wish that was the story.
Yo, I wish that was true.
Oh my gosh! But here's
I think that would have blown up way, but
That would have blown up quick.
You know what? The part in the story that killed me is like they have a quote from him, and he's like, "Personally, I went up to a very rough cinema all the way up at Yonge and Eglinton. I pulled."
Young and Eglinton is
Eglinton
not.
is
Yeah,
rough.
no,
What
that
are
is
you
not
fucking talking about? Yikes!
It's probably rough.
What is this? TheOnion.com? Like
This is like the Canadian Onion.
the Beaverton. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Yo,
You know, it's probably rough because of all the construction happening. It's a bit rough.
he means rough like the men in hard hats, like
yeah.
chiseling the floor and shit.
Floor's a little rough.
Yo, mans do get robbed around there though. I've been hearing.
Really?
Like if
Down
you
in
walk around,
Eglinton?
yeah. But
You know, it's
not
happening
shocked.
everywhere, so I'm
Not
not really
shocked.
surprised. It's
I don't
just
know. I used to work around there. It was fun. It was fun.
God damn it, Reddit.
Reddit. Oh my god.
Everything is
guys.
covered.
Reddit.
Beaverton, Reddit.
Okay.
What else? 4chan.
Okay, well, the Toronto City News.ca says this. Ontario's Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services, Michael Tabolo, is being accused of stigmatizing the Jane and Finch community
Yes.
by wearing a bulletproof vest during a police ride-along in the area.
Yeah.
Is this part of our Everything is Racist?
I mean,
Is this
that's
police ride-along? That sounds like protocol.
it's a police. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like police protocol. Like they're letting you know, like because they're on the job.
The cops are wearing bulletproof vests.
The
Yeah.
cops are on the job, and if you go for a ride along, they're probably gonna like strap you up.
Yeah, what if
No,
you get
not
what
with
if-
guns, but
Feel free to shoot wherever.
all right. Here's a
Here it
here's
is.
a badge. Here's a gun.
Remember,
Here's a baton.
if you're gonna shoot first, we have a gun, so you can place it next to the body.
Like they give you everything for the
Well,
ride along.
He actually comes out.
Here's
Well, he
some crack
says
to spray.
he was being called a racist, bear mudslinging.
Bro, people who oh my god, they're not thinking. Police ride along. Like that's the main term in the story.
Right, and that,
If he was just riding along in his limo or whatever, and he had a bulletproof vest, yeah,
even still, I mean, yeah,
that would be like okay,
racist.
discriminatory,
Sure,
not racist.
okay, discriminatory because he's a high held official for his city, right?
But if it's a police
like,
ride along,
honestly, I would wear a bulletproof vest just for shits any day. Like, you know what I mean?
if I had one, I'll
if
just be
I had
wearing it
one,
right now.
It'd be fun. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd be
I
fun
tried
to wear.
shooting my bulletproof vest,
yeah, it would be
like just to
dope.
check it out.
It would be so
There was
fun.
an episode. Sorry, it was there's an episode of Boondocks.
Yeah.
Do you remember? And fucking Riley, he had a bulletproof vest on from the beginning of the episode. Or something. Or what's the brother's name?
Huey.
Huey gave Riley the bulletproof vest because he wanted to be a gangster or something. And Riley was like, "Why the fuck do I need this?" And at the end of the episode, he ended up having to use it.
Oh yeah, he got shot.
I know.
think.
I'm not giving a lot of content.
No, whatever,
But, I
whatever.
mean,
You got to pull up those boondock
Boondocks,
videos.
too.
So he goes, I want to reassure everyone that the focus of this government is to ensure that safety is paramount in all communities. Personally, I went out to Jane and Finch, put on a bulletproof vest, and spent 7 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning visiting sites that had previously had bullet-ridden people killed in the middle of the night, Tabola said. Yeah, not that much. I mean, actually,
You know what? Not guilty. Not guilty.
not guilty of racism.
Not guilty.
That concludes. Well, listen, the Black
But-
Panther story. I mean, I feel like that would have been way cooler.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
better
saying?
roll.
I feel like he would have been able to get away with that.
Yeah.
I get it now.
I was wanting
But
to be
that
like-
statement that he came out with, he didn't even need to go into all that explanation.
That's true.
All he had to say was that, oh yeah, I was in a police ride along. That's it. And this is the protocol. That's it. That's all you need to say.
Is it protocol though?
What?
Is a protocol for when you go on a police ride along to
To wear a bulletproof vest?
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know for sure. I'm actually
Because you're riding with them like while they're on the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything could happen.
Yeah, you could get in a gun barrel. Who knows?
Yeah. They might throw you a gun if you.
Okay, well, okay, whoa.
I want to go now. I want to sign up.
Hell, they might even throw you a gun. Actually, where's the website where you can sign up for the? Oh my god! You got like the Uzis, dual fisting.
You probably don't even need a license
Oh my!
because you're on the ride along.
Wow. And you know what's crazy? The bulletproof vest isn't really. It's very novelty. Like he's wearing it almost for fun.
He's like wearing it sideways,
when you
like
see the
when you wear
picture-
a hat sideways.
When you see the picture, he's standing there, like with it says police on it. Okay. Oh my god, this is the worst post because it's the Black Panther thing again. Breaking: New Ontario Safety Minister reveals he wore bulletproof vest to see Black Panther. Look, people are getting trolled by this Beaverton.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Oh, geez.
But look at him actually. He's like smiling. The vest says police on it.
Whatever,
like it's
man.
explicit. Like you know what I mean?
I'm off this.
It's not like he's concealing it. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not.
It's not racist.
Wow, not racist.
But I think the fact that he said he wore it because he was in the Jane and Finch area,
maybe, yeah.
that kind of makes it.
Okay,
Now I'm just
Okay.
like,
I see. Yikes.
that was the wrong statement.
You just worded
He's
it
just
wrong.
like, oh yeah, it's a bullet-ridden area. I had to strap up.
That's true. Why did he say
Like,
that?
why did he say that?
Man. Yo, man's get clapped up like every day, fam. I'm not gonna go nuts.
A bunch of clip-ons.
Yo, what clip us, bro.
Man's got the clap.
Yo, what do you want me to do? Hide behind boy them? No, I'm not gonna.
Nah, I straight strap.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Alright, guilty.
Well, we were a court of appeal. Revisit the case. MGM suing people, suing victims, not suing victims, but like trying to prevent lawsuits against people who are trying to sue the hotel for the Vegas shooting in 2017. I don't know if you guys heard about that. People
Yeah, for sure.
Has anyone planned on going to Vegas shortly after? Or does anyone know that went to Vegas? Because like everyone's saying like shortly after the shooting there was like mad deals, you know, because the prices went down. Do you remember that? Like right after
I
the
just saw
shooting,
some deals.
right?
I wasn't looking.
Like the deals went down because no one wanted to fucking go there
Yeah.
for a while.
I think you could have probably went for like 600 or something, which is
That's
nothing.
so cheap. That's like I would have capitalized on that.
You
if I
could
was
go to
free.
Cuba for fucking 600
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
for a week.
Also, something else quick, just quick hits, I guess, hot takes. Did you hear about, I'm pretty sure you heard about it, but anyone else that heard about it, there was a young DJ coming up in Toronto, like heavily known in the South Asian community, heavily known in like school groups and like South Asian school groups at like York and like all the universities and stuff, by the name of DJ Brown Soul, and he had drowned by the Bluffs. Did you hear about this?
I heard about it.
So he had drowned by the Bluffs apparently because he had been on a boat ride with his friends and they were all like circling around the Bluffs and whatnot, and he was like taking Instagram videos or whatever, and then he went missing after the boat ride. And what allegedly happened was it was like the 6 of them on a boat, and he fell off the boat, and then after the boat ride they had noticed afterwards,
What?
Oh,
and then a report came out that he was missing. So then there was like a search, like the Coast Guard right here by the Bluffs, the Coast Guard went missing for him, went searching for him, and everyone was like hoping that he would at least be still alive, he'd be okay, he'd be found. And then they recovered his dead body. And then
They were looking for like weeks.
they
and
were
stuff,
looking for
right?
a really long time, and I think they were getting like pressed by like the community in Scarborough and like Toronto essentially to keep looking, because they had hopes that he would be alive. But like when you read the article and you read the story, it really, it's like when you're reading it, you're thinking like, man, there's a slim to nil chance that this man is still alive, because first of all, like his body is out in the middle of nowhere, and like how long can you survive in water with no resources? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're most likely drown to death. So eventually he was pronounced dead, and there was a viewing, and all that's kind of transpired. The thing is that what's weird about the story, and I think a lot of people, this is coming out of the woodworks now, and complete all respect to the dead, but is that like when 6 people, like for me personally, I just wanted to address this, and I don't know what you guys think about it, but like when 6 people are on a boat, and like let's presume everyone's like drinking, getting smashed, and you're driving the boat, and then like one of your dudes falls off the boat.
it's only 6 people.
Yeah, and
How
then we're
big was
talking
the boat?
like a small one, like a small dinghy, where like a
Yeah.
motorboat, like a small dinghy.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
know?
notice.
Because I've never seen big ass boats around the bluff.
No.
No.
Like it's one of those
It's-
small ones that you can
Yeah,
picture.
and it needs to be a certain amount of water where you can like have a bigger boat.
right,
Like
right.
like the one like there's Lake Ontario downtown, and
where you see the huge,
where you see the huge boat, but you have like a lot of water.
They have
right?
those boats at the Bluffs, though. Those kind of boats.
Do they?
You see- have you
those
seen the
huge,
docks?
those huge boats?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure far enough, like you can really get into huge bodies of water from the Bluffs, right?
Yeah.
And the water is like deep, like super
Did they
deep.
find him in the
So they
Bluffs?
found him.
Or where did they
I'm not
recover
sure where
the
they
body?
found him, but they definitely recovered the body, because at that point in time they found him, they pronounced him dead, like due to drowning, right?
Yeah.
Which is crazy because now, and you know what's crazy? Like you always find like these second opinions on like the comment section and whatnot. But people are all definitely saying like, there was definitely flat foul play here. Like someone drunk was obviously driving the boat. They were all drinking. Nobody wants to fess up.
I mean, a speedboat, 6 people.
So-
One
I'm
person
just
is
saying,
missing.
If we're all on a speedboat and add Fugo and whoever the hell, like Shifan, okay, and one of you guys falls off the boat, like I just feel like how many directions can you look in at
Yeah,
once,
yeah.
right, to notice?
That's what. Okay, so what I want to know is like, was it a speedboat? If it was a bigger boat, then there could be like
Nobody saw
an
him.
excuse.
No one saw him fall.
Yeah.
No, thinking with
I don't think it would be a boat big enough to a point where you can't see like everyone on
I don't
it
think
at
it
the
was
same
like
time.
a boat where it was obstructing.
So
someone's
then this is
You
a
know what I
fucked
mean?
up story then.
I mean, the
Yeah.
longest he can go is what? Like this is being generous, like 5 minutes that you notice.
And if you fall into water, you're making noise. You're making a splash.
Well, the thing is,
Oh, you know, but if you're like
the boat is making a lot of
sound.
sound too. The boat is, it's a motorboat, right? So it's making like you're going fast. So in terms of like hearing, I can understand that. And it's late at night, maybe if it's the dark.
Yeah, was it at night?
Yeah,
It had to be at night because they would notice.
Because in the morning
more.
is when it was reported. So it's like very like fishy.
Because if it's
kind of.
I think if it was in the day, you would have noticed right away that somebody fell off the boat.
For sure. Like,
Right?
there's no way to doubt. So when I'm doing the calculation in my head, I'm thinking, okay, well, let's look at all the variables. Like, it's nighttime, everyone's smashed, the boat is making tons of noise. So eventually, what I presume happened is that he fell off the boat and something had hit him or something, you know, and then something had hit him on the way down. And then at that point in time, like, he was just unconscious and he drowned to death. You know what I mean? Like, unconscious right off the boat. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or even without the hit, like, you know, if they're speeding in the pitch night.
How are they gonna see him? How are they even find him?
Yeah, and they're pretty far away from him. And if they're driving, driving the boat and like the boat's making noise, then like, you know, you can't really hear somebody yelling.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, hey, come back. Right.
Yeah,
Until you
and he's
notice.
probably just splashing around the water. Who knows if this guy could swim? I'm guessing not.
Yeah, so basically his uncle, so he had come, like he was staying with his uncle and not his parents. His parents are still back home. Super tragic. And his uncle was the only one that could actually speak for him, as well as like his friends also came and spoke to the media too. But his uncle actually specifically said that like he is not known to be like a good swimmer.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, which
okay.
is crazy,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I just think it's kind of like a huge hit to the South Asian community. A lot of young people too. A lot of young like people too.
He was
in a younger cohort.
He was like a DJ.
A very
right?
well-known DJ, just in schools in his own community. A lot of people knew him, and I just think like, you know, when a lot of people are now dissecting this story, and it's kind of weird, you know. And I hate to speculate, but I've heard from other people like it's wildfire in the South Asian community because like the gossip folks just come out of the woodwork, and people say like, "Yo, like he was set up and they did it on purpose and all this next shit," and it's just so crazy.
Yeah.
So rest in peace. And it's just crazy because on another note, I've actually seen like 6 dudes. I went to like Harborfront the other day and I saw like the exact same thing, like just maybe 4 or 5, 6 dudes on this small little dinghy, and it was like a motor dinghy.
Yeah.
And they just like pulled up to the coast and just like walked out. Like they're playing loud music, and I was like, yo, you know what's crazy? That's probably exactly how it fucking happened. Like, so it's just so crazy. People die at the Bluffs. Like every summer, there's something that happens there.
Don't wear a life jacket, man.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, you know.
Especially if you're drinking and shit, man. It's happened too many times.
Yeah. That's the one thing right there. I didn't even think about that in my head, but like,
it's
you know,
yeah, it's so crazy.
Life jackets and
life
bulletproof
jacket. As
vests.
soon as you
Things you gotta think about.
Man, that's gotta be like the heaviest ensemble ever.
All right, there
That
we
is
go.
the name
Title.
of this episode.
Life jackets and bulletproof vests.
That's right, y'all. Episode 21.
21.
Chance dropped some new music. I haven't listened to it.
3 new songs, yeah.
3 new songs. Did you listen to it?
No, I just saw.
That's crazy. People fell off after he did his whole like gospel thing. Like when he was like,
I guess he was just
Jesus.
trying it out.
That big of a fan of Chance, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
He was alright.
I mean, what was his first mixtape that everybody like latched onto him
Acid
for?
Rap?
Acid Rap. Acid Rap was.
It was different.
It was different.
The thing is, like,
it was
I think
okay.
hopefully, I'm hoping.
There's some tracks on there, and then after that,
But-
I don't know.
Yeah.
I respect
Whatever.
him because he's like self-made, right?
Yeah.
Came up
Yeah.
on the internet. Yeah. No
Yeah.
deal. Nothing. He was just making money off shows, right? He gave away all his music for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then he won a Grammy,
Well,
right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, he
I
did.
think
forgot about that.
Joe Budden would differ with you
Oh my
on that topic.
god!
Oh, there's
Quiet
some back-
medley.
Why you got Joe Budden got to ruin all my favorite rappers?
Quiet medley. Oh my. Ready or not. So good. Last of Us Part 2 is coming out, so watch out for that. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, boy.
Man, what has everyone been playing
No
lately?
games. I haven't been playing.
I played.
Oh, you know what? I
one
have been
game.
playing FIFA.
FIFA.
Yeah, because the World Cup got me
Right.
playing FIFA.
yeah.
If,
You're like,
know what's
yo,
nice?
can't stop, won't stop.
if you don't play FIFA, you should play it because it's one of those sports games that like translates well to a video game.
Right.
Like, you know, some games.
It's less about the sports and more about like the technicalities of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I just gotta ask you one thing. If I'm playing FIFA 15
Am I trash for that?
FIFA 15.
FIFA 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the game's changed.
Yo, but I need like the turbo to come on the sneakers when I hit L2.
I'm just saying. Okay, so I mean, the thing is about sports games, they come out like every year. Is it that much of a drastic change?
When you look at it from year to year,
I'm not
no.
actually playing FIFA 15. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
hypothetically.
no. That's like you're playing Halo 1. Or, no, actually, no. Like, that's even
To
a
me,
worse
like,
comparison.
If they come out with a game every year, how much can they change the game?
I know,
They
but
can't
no,
change
but
it that
that's
much.
if you look at it year to year, there's not that many changes. But over 3 years, yeah, you can definitely.
All right,
I
so
guess from 15 to 18, yeah.
okay, what if I'm playing 17? Am I try?
No, I don't think
No,
so. But like the
not
rosters
that much.
change, like all the like I'd say all the stats change. You are
Yeah.
it is another skin though. I understand what you're saying. Like it is true.
But like they just because those games, the controls have to be so tight. Like
Yeah.
you'll notice the little things.
I'm just
fine tuned.
I'm not. This is not a real question. I'm just shitting on sports games.
Oh, okay.
But I mean Call of Duty, the same thing. Like Call of Duty, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat,
game.
Yeah.
any franchise,
It's just a
any
different
gaming
game.
franchise essentially is like
Essentially, sports are real life video games, is what they are.
True. Just bring your controller to the next. Just bring your controller to the field. All right.
you get that shit smacked out of your head so fast.
Just have controller in your hand, kicking the ball.
Actually, yo, you were showing us a free to play. I forgot what it was called, but it was like some fighter. It was a free to play fighter. You were showing us, right?
Absolver.
Absolver.
It's a fighting game. You know.
That's free on PS4, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It came out last year. I've been playing it. It's challenging. That's all I gotta say, man. Like, it's different.
Is
The
it
whole-
fun? Are you still playing it, or did you just
Yeah,
try it out for?
I played it up to a point now where you learn attacks
God, this
by
guy played like a
getting
dog,
hit
yo.
by them. This guy already
really?
killed. Yeah,
This guy beat it
you learn
twice.
attacks by blocking other people's style of attacking you, and then
Shit.
once you learn it enough, you get to add that step into your attack. Like you could chain link like up to like 3 combos. It seems like a 1, 2, 3, and each hit is a different like
Move.
fighting. Could be a different
Oh.
fighting style or linked to a similar fighting style.
Right.
And you basically make your fighter,
Okay.
and you're running into people online. They might fight you, or they might ask you to join.
Oh yeah.
You never know.
Oh wow.
So people have just ran up to me and started beating the shit out of me.
But more times you start gonna scrap. Have you met any friendly?
Yeah. There's people
Oh yeah.
because there's like bosses in the area that you have to defeat to unlock
Together.
unlock other areas.
That sounds cool. That sounds actually like a really good idea.
This guy will be on his
Yeah.
third playthrough by tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
I actually unlocked all like
Level
the pay content.
3,000.
I got so many points. I just unlocked everything I was supposed to pay for. I got it for free. Akuma, all
Kill
that. I got Akuma.
Yeah, it'd be cool. But there's no special effects, nothing like that in there.
Just unlocked Mega Man.
I think I'm about to wrap it up.
Yeah, man. No, that's
Wrap it up.
Been good. Episode 21. Rock with us. This bottle is going to be all over the track.
Featuring real Canadian.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, yo, sick!
Yeah.
YouTube about to clip our shit.
Done.